Okay. Is everybody back? They're so petty. They won't let me be great. It's a shame. That trailer looked good too. Warner Brothers, you don't want to win. You don't want to win. That was more about their reaction than even my reaction. Their reaction is don't the hell. Okay, hello again. Was that Aquaman? Yes, that was Aquaman and Star Wars guy in the trailer. I liked it. I had rolled it back. That we didn't even get to see the end of the trailer because I rolled it back to rewatch it because I didn't get I thought I missed the flying fat man. I didn't see him anywhere. Did you guys see the flying fat man? I didn't see him. But yeah, I like this cast. But I this is like Jason Momoa is meant to play this. He's meant to play this. Yeah, Warner Brothers, they do not want to win. They don't want to give you a good Batman movie. They just want to lose consistently. I've never seen a movie company work so hard against themselves. For real. They don't want promotion. Let's see. Let me go to some of the comments. We're back. They Sandmaned you for real. Yeah, they did. There's literal music videos on this app with people having a whole rap about their pussy, but I can't talk about a sci-fi movie. Oh, no problem. Trash Picture Show had a great show. I said earlier on my first stream before Warner Brothers yeeted me off the platform that you had a great show tonight. That was hardly worthy of it. Exactly. Maybe because I full screened it. Maybe I should have kept it smaller. But so what you missed, Quasi and Hobby challenged me to a triple threat match because I said Dune sucked. Well, I mean, you're wrong. You're okay to have that wrong opinion, but Dune did not. Have you seen the extended version though? Hello again. Yes. Oh, I answered this question even though I didn't put it up on the screen. That it was Aquaman, Jason Momoa, and oh, I never remember the Star Wars guy. I just remember he left. He left the dude in the desert, and he popped up like halfway through the movie. We thought he was dead. And I never remember his name though. He was really great in Ex Machina. If you haven't seen the sci-fi movie Ex Machina, he did a great job in that. The spice didn't flow. No, it didn't. And you know, to say he who controls the spice controls the universe, but apparently Warner Brothers controls whatever the hell you can show on YouTube or not. So I guess I was gonna say they have the spice, or really they have the juice. It's more of a juice reference. Warner Brothers is selfish. Warner Brothers is so selfish. I've seen them copyright strike people's videos for having a figurine in the background. Like somebody's video literally got copyright got a copyright strike because they had a figurine of, I don't know whether it was Batman or Superman in the background of the video. That is petty. Thank you. Thank y'all for jumping back on. Exactly. Nice profile picture and ready. Yeah. It's not like I was talking. I could understand them being salty if I was saying that their movie was bad, but I was actually excited to see the movie. That's what it is. They're so sensitive and so afraid that someone's going to say something negative that they just strike everyone. And that's not productive. Mr. Dan and Horror, we have a trailer. Sign. A Splash God. What movie? It was the Dune trailer. We tried to do a trailer reaction to the Dune trailer, and Warner Brothers said nope. Cast looks good except for Paul. Well, that's because you're not familiar with Timothy Chalamet yet. I've seen him in a couple things. He's been good so far. I do like how he does look the age that Paul Atreides should be, because Paul Atreides was supposed to be a teenager, and in the original Dune, Kyle MacLachlan didn't look no way or shape part a teenager at all. So he's in that same thing as what's the young man that plays Spider-Man? Tom. I'm drawing a blank on his last name, but he also he's grown, but he can pass as a teenager. I think both of them are they're fairly young, 23 or 24 years old. There's a flying fat man in this film. Yes, in the original, the original Dune. You have not seen the original Dune? You have to watch that. I do recommend reading the book first. I have the book back here, right there, because the original movie, certain things are not explained very well, and they didn't do as well a job as Marvel does. Like, for example, I never knew anything about the Guardians of the Galaxy, so I went into that not knowing what to expect, and they explain everything very well. Dune doesn't do that. Dune is the original Dune from 1984. It's more like, if you read the book, great. If you didn't read the book and you don't get some things, too bad for you. And that's how they kind of approached it. Which, like, I should note that at the time I didn't get certain things because I was 9 years old when my mother took me to see it. But she explained to me because she had read the books, and that's why, it's actually a book series. And she had read the book, so she explained to me, this is what this means and this is what that means within the movie. Because really, I think the director's cut's like 4+ hours long, because it's a lot. It really needs. I think the new Dune is going to be presented as a trilogy, which the original should have done. It's too much. It's too much story to put in one movie. They gave us Animaniacs, so that's a plus. Yes, they did. And years of violent cartoons. Super violent. Like, people getting hit with anvils and stuff, which is still funny to this day. Yeah, when you watched Eyes Wide Shut on my stream once, just the sound got my stream blocked. Jeez. Don't get me started on YouTube. Yeah, Twitch used to be better. I heard that Twitch has become a lot like YouTube now. Yeah, free promo. Okay, yeah. Oscar Isaac. Thank you. That's his name. I never remember his name. And he actually drops off his last name. I think his full name. Let me look up his full name. Oscar Isaac. Oscar Isaac Hernandez Estrada. I like that name, but he shortens it to just Oscar Isaac. Yes, Ex Machina was great. It's very much dialogue heavy movie. So if you like that, I think you'll like Ex Machina. The dialogue is entertaining. The character's entertaining. You get to know them very well. And I love Oscar Isaac's character in Ex Machina. I can understand it, though, screening content that others. Common sense isn't so common with Warner Brothers. Yeah. Trailer sign like worm sign. And I thought they would be a little bit more lenient because I saw Legendary Pictures there too. It said Legendary Pictures and Warner Brothers. And Legendary Pictures usually doesn't have that same thing. They let you do reactions. I typically don't have any problems with them when it comes to reviews, using any pictures in reviews. The company that is the best about it so far has been AMC Shutter. They've been really great about promotion. You promote a Shutter movie, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get any problems because they want that promotion. They shouldn't be striking anyone, even if their reaction is negative. Either way, the world, yeah, they're actually violating fair use because, according to fair use, I should be able to critique and comment on their product, but they don't care about law. They just figure we have money, we have more money than you, so we don't have to abide by the law. And I know the law because, fun fact, I do have a master's degree in entertainment business, and I also took a copyright class at Harvard. So, like, I know what the hell I'm talking about, but they don't care. They have the money, I don't. It is what it is. Yeah, it's another fun thing. You don't have to get accepted into any of these Ivy Leagues to just take one class from them. Like, if there's one class you want to take and they have it, and you already went to college, you could take it. So, just so you can say, I took such and such at Harvard, like it matters. It doesn't really matter, but I had the opportunity, and I wanted to see if I could do it, and it was pretty much the same as taking a college class anywhere else. So, I don't know. Maybe those schools are overrated. I don't know. That's another conversation for another day. Tom Holland, thank you. Yes, that's the name, Spider-Man. I believe he's 23 or 24 now, but he still very much looks the part of Spider-Man being a teenager. Lowe's. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. They don't care. They don't care about the law. They believe they're above the law. It does make sense. It's free publicity. I have heard about Jodorowsky's Dune, the documentary. I looked it up to see where it was streaming, and the last time I looked, this was probably maybe a year or two ago. I didn't see it streaming anywhere, but thank you for reminding me. I'll look it up again and see if it's streaming somewhere. Hey, Jervis. The strike could be an automated response to YouTube. It most likely is. It most likely is just they call them like these crawlers that just scan the algorithm, and if they see any any footage that they don't take into account what the footage is being used for. Yeah, it's amazing the story about Dali and the robot. Mm-hmm. Uh, they they bag public domain film. Yeah, I my original intro. They actually Tony Man 00 made an intro for my channel, and at the very end of it, it had the scene from Freaks with the people saying Google goggle, one of us, and then it had the national anthem, and I got bagged for the public domain film, which is Freaks, and also the national anthem. Like, that was crazy. Being a large screen, I don't think makes a difference. I did a video with Valerian playing in a small video and no sound, and they still got me for it. Yeah, I think the crawlers are even more sensitive to visuals than even sound. That's part of the reason why I don't know how these music people do it. I don't know how people do music reaction channels. Like, they have to, I'm at the point where I think that the music companies or music industry companies or labels must be hiring these people to do music reactions, because I don't know how they get away with it without having their channel taken down. It is. If she had done the same thing as a standalone video, it would be fine. Yeah, if I were to redo this and do it as a trailer reaction, but I recorded myself and then I altered the trailer, then I'm more likely to not have an issue. Okay. The big three are Warner Brothers, Universal, Disney. All can be avoided, not while stream, though, unfortunately. Even with a disclaimer up front. Oh, yeah. I've seen people put the fair use disclaimer at the beginning of their videos. Yeah, that's what I call them, the crawlers, because they're like when I visualize it, I visualize these digital crawlers that just crawl through your information. Do you watch Netflix Kiss Me First? No, I haven't heard that of that. What is that about? Is it a series or a movie? Companies come to claim my stuff manually because I edit enough to pass the system, but they have nothing better to do right now than running after creators to hopefully get money from it. Yeah, because what they love to do, rather than take down your channel, they'll copyright claim rather than copyright strike, which means they can still put ads at the beginning of your video, but instead of you getting that money, they get the money. I see other YouTubers play reaction videos and never get pinged. Do you still have that video, the national anthem from the Poltergeist? I can't find it because I was going to see if I could re-edit it and see if I can still use it because it was a really good trailer. I can't find it. Bro, I tried uploading Freaks last year. They blocked my ass. Well, you can't upload the whole movie, even though you should be able to because it is a public domain movie. They don't care. They just don't care. Oh, speaking of public domain, that's why you're getting a lot of H.P. Lovecraft stuff because all of his stuff is public domain now. So anyone can write derivative works or make movies based off his stories, which is kind of a good thing because like a lot of people say, "Oh, H.P. Lovecraft, he was racist as hell." It was the 1930s. Most white Americans were racist as hell. They literally had like signs, "No black people." It would be odd if he wasn't racist as hell being around in the 30s and the 40s. But still, he died penniless and broke, and none of his family gets any residuals from his work. So we have that. Let's see here. What else? I had copyright strikes for use of music when no music is even in a video. Oh, that sucks. I saw a girl get copyright struck for singing. She sang like a couple of lines from a song, and they copyright struck her for singing. Well, gotta go build some airplanes. Catch you later, sis. Yes, definitely. If anyone who wasn't on the earlier chat, check out Hobby View. He has a channel that is all about building remote control airplanes, quadcopters, helicopters. Sometimes he has a boat on there every now and then. He also does 3D prints and builds and does a lot of like troubleshooting and solving. Really great programming. Check that out. So yeah, it was a very good trailer. If you can remember what you edited into, maybe you can make it again. Taught me everything I know about ducking these bitch ass companies. Well, I need to learn a little bit more. Or claims it. I mean, yeah. Death Central is laughing. Oh, it jumped again. I hate when it does it. I'm trying to scroll and it like jumps. Tony, fuck, music is the hardest. Yeah, I that's why I'm very very thankful that my theme music was actually made by one of my cousins who has a company that he does music. So I was very fortunate in order to get like some original music. And his company is called Laser Cloud Records. So they also have a channel on YouTube. So check that out. Check it out. Series Live Action CGI World. I will look that up. Crooked, crooked, crooked. Yep. I prefer claims and a strike, though. Oh, yeah, definitely. Because at least claims, you won't get your channel taken down. Claims will just cut into your money. But strikes, that gets your channel taken down. Which, by the way, I do have an alternate channel called Fashion Freak TV. I haven't posted in there in like a year, but I keep that as a backup because you never know. That's why I recreate musical scores to avoid that shit. Oh, wow, that's some talent. I didn't know that you were recreating the musical scores. Yes, Freaks is a great film. It was banned for a lot of years. It's on your Mac hard drive somewhere. Oh, okay. So I'll look for it. I'll look for that video. And after 3, you're out. Yes, that is true. You get 3 strikes, you're out. Well, makes sense, baseball terms. I never want to use YouTube for getting money. That's just not who I am. I'd rather earn it. You are earning it. If you're making content and you're working hard to make content, as far as like when I do reviews, that takes time and that takes effort. And I try to do a good job at what I'm doing. And even with the editing, that is, I would definitely consider doing YouTube work because it takes me sometimes hours to edit some of my longer videos. Has anyone seen the Holy Mountain film or any other films by Jodorowsky? I've heard of On Holy Mountain, and there's another one. Is it Santa Sangre? I have that on my watch list, but I have heard of these. They're not so available when it comes to streaming, though. You know what? I could check. Now, this is what's weird. They'll get me on this, but then I can always find movies that have been uploaded to YouTube, and some of these movies have been sitting there for like years. How about them canceling Lovecraft Country? Well, I don't know. I don't know why they did that, other than the fact that two of the characters pretty much got taken by Marvel, like Ruby and Tick. Marvel took them, so I don't know. They kind of I never finished reading the book. As a matter of fact, I started reading Lovecraft Country, so I don't know if Tick actually dies in the book. I know his uncle didn't die in the book, but they killed him off in the show. So I have to finish reading the book to see if that's why they killed him off in the series. Did he die in the book? If anyone has read the Lovecraft Country book, let us know if that is why they did that in the series. Nah, fuck it, we deserve freaks. The copyright system is out of control. What it's going to do is what they're going to inadvertently do is they are going to end up having a lot of us creators lean more heavily on foreign film, because the foreign filmmakers don't give us as many problems, which is what I'm intending to do, because I watch a lot of South Korean content anyways. I've been watching a lot more East Indian content, although I probably would stay away from T-Series, because T-Series is also, they're like the Warner Brothers of India, and they'll probably ding you pretty hard too. But other companies that aren't T-Series, I probably will lean more into that. There's a lot of great Indonesian horror, Malaysian horror. Hey, I have no problem doing that. I will lean more into other horror if you're going to give me these issues. Also, independent horror companies have been really, really great. Like I've been contacted by them, given screeners. I do let them know that I'm still going to be honest. I'm still going to say, if I didn't like your film, I'm going to say I don't like it, because you didn't pay me. You just gave me a free screener. Even if you paid me, I don't think I'm everyone has a price, though. Everyone has a price. Like everyone says, oh, I'm going to be real to the end. But there's some checks that people will take. It's intense. Shout out to Hobby View. If I need intro music at some point, I'll call my buddy Corey. Yes. And I forgot to mention, I've been shouting out everybody's channel tonight and forgot to shout out Corey's channel. If you guys don't go over and watch King Needs Gore, especially all the people that are Gen X, he just did this video. It was really great it's called Have You Seen This Shit? And it's about Romper Room. I don't know if you guys remember Romper Room, but it was a children's show that was on. Apparently it started in the 60s. I had only seen it in the late 70s, like from 79 to 80. That's when I watched it. So it was in color, but he did a great video with the backstory of the woman who was the star of the show and some stuff that she went through in the American court system when it came to terminating a pregnancy, in which she had taken this medication. Some of you guys might know of it. I never remember how to pronounce it. But it's a medication that was given to women in the 50s or 60s. I can't remember the date. I'm horrible with dates. That was supposed to help them not have morning sickness, and it produced catastrophic birth defects. And so because she had been given this medication, she wanted to terminate her pregnancy. And because in a lot of states, abortion was not legal, she had to go through the court system, and she had a lengthy battle with that. And I didn't know any of that when I had watched the show, but it was definitely an interesting watch. He's also been doing a summer slasher movie series that's been really, really cool, especially taking a look at some of the lesser known slasher movies like The Burning. And I think he also did Intruder, the one in the grocery store. That's the one that they did the homage to in the Fear Street Part 1, 1994. There's like a bread slicer kill that is pretty much an homage to one of the kills in Intruder. Yeah, start charging. You could start off small. If somebody wants a piece of 20 second music, I think $40-$50 is not a bad amount to pay for that music. You know, you got to start somewhere. If you're good at something, don't do it for free, they say. I meant to ask Sasha, you're going to watch the new Masters of the Universe when it comes out tomorrow. I just heard about that today. I was watching Double Toasted's review of Masters of the Universe. I don't know why my mind went to Masters of Horror because I have that on my list to rewatch. That's on Tubi, by the way. The Masters of Horror with Mick Garris and John Carpenter and I think Takashi Miike did a episode. But yeah, that's on Tubi. But I think I will check out the new Masters of the Universe. It's not even funny. If you're interested, my Boys in Hood trailer was put up just recently, so you can find it in my recent uploads. Yes, I'm definitely going to check it out. It's funny that you watched Boys in the Hood because you're all the wait, Sexy Monkey. Where are you at? Because I'm thinking you're in the UK. Am I mistaken, or am I confusing with someone else? Because it's always funny to me when I see people that are overseas that watch American like hood movies, and I wonder if they get the context of it. But every country has a hood, so I don't see why you wouldn't get the context of it. The trailer itself is only 1 minute, but I gave an 8-minute introduction. I know I talk too much. I'm not monetized anyway, so no idea if they can even get money from my videos. Well, they're banking on future because remember, any content you make, you never know when something's going to pop off. Like some people have gone viral and it's off of a video that they made 10 years ago and it just somehow pops off and they become popular and then people start watching their old content and you can make money from that. Some of my most viewed videos are not even new. Like every month I get more views from my Martyrs review that I did in 2016 than anything new that I've done. So when are you making short YouTube horror film? Oh, you think I can make a short horror film? I can't even get my lighting right here. As much as I talk about lighting, the difference is when I'm watching a movie, especially big budget horror, they had a budget to hire a lighting coordinator. So I expect to see decent lighting. Me, I'm a person who did not learn about lighting. I learned more about the business aspects of entertainment business. I learned about the contract writing. I learned about getting those things together, like copyright. But I didn't learn the nuts and bolts of how to make films. That would be my sister. My sister actually does have a degree in filmmaking, and maybe I can get her to come and help me with my lights. I need a music intro for my page. How do I get in touch? What I could do, I have King. If you want me to, I can. Oh, he already did it. He already put it on in the chat. Okay, so I don't have to do that. I'm 5 minutes late to conversation. I wanted to get monetized at some point, but I can't. I'm too intense. That is difficult. That's one thing that I don't think that I would be monetized for when I do. Well, I'm not sure what you mean by intense, but I know that in the past when I've done like extreme horror, I don't anticipate Johnson & Johnson putting ads on the front of my extreme horror videos. One thing I probably will never do is watch that Vomit Gore Dolls trilogy. Like I have no interest in. I can't. I could watch people get chopped up all day, but I can't with the vomit. I can't do it. Maybe one day I'll work my way up to it. El Topo. That's another one. That's another Jodorowsky film, right? No, you need to be monetized for that to happen. Holy Mountain is a fave. Some of my favorites, I don't know why this popped into my head when you said Holy Mountain, but I start when and also speaking about Jodorowsky, I also think about the Andy Warhol horror movies. I like those. There was one that was called Blood for Dracula and Flesh for Frankenstein. I enjoy those, but there's a really cool. I don't know who directed. I should know who directed and wrote this, but I really like this horror musical. It's called The Phantom of the Paradise, and it is so like it dead ass tells you about the American music industry. It is so truthful in what it has to say. If you get the chance, if you're into music, if you're into music production, especially if you're into contracts, definitely watch The Phantom of the Paradise. That one is really classic. I don't know why that popped in my head. I don't think it's like Jodorowsky, but I was thinking of other movies that are unconventional. Now the show is nominated for Mad Emmys. What the hell? Yeah, you're talking about Lovecraft Country, right? Certified freak 7 days a week. Somebody should do that. Somebody should edit WAP, but have it with the people from Freaks dancing. That would be hilarious. It would be immediately copyright stricken, but struck, whatever. It would get a copyright struck, but strike. I can't speak anymore. It would get a copyright strike, but it would be genius. Yes, there is a lot of Japanese horror, very good Japanese horror that I have to get back into. Thank you for mentioning that. Oh, I'm 50-50 about blowing up. I would like to be at that point where I make enough money to pay my bills, but not the point where, like, the people that are up in the have millions of subscribers and they can't go to the grocery store. I don't want that. I think if you're just at that point where you could make enough to pay your little bills every month, I'm good with that. I don't need anything. I just want to exist. I don't want to be like balling out or anything like that, because that comes with problems. That's what Biggie said: more money, more problems. Everybody's got a price. Yes. Like, I don't want to name names, but the YouTubers that they get paid by the movie companies. They always have like the real pretty, like, blue and red backgrounds, and their reviews are never more than 3 or 4 minutes because they're not going to have much to say because the movie company has already paid them to say that their movie is awesome. Side note, I tried to make a BLT with pre-cooked bacon from Publix. I opened a box and one section was rotten and the other had sugar and couldn't you sue for that? Isn't that like lawsuit worthy? Like, get a lawyer. Like, this Publix. Publix makes hella money. Like, I could see this happening if you went to Save a Lot. But Publix is selling you old rotten meat with bugs in it? No, 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 no. Find a lawyer. Oh, Corey, I watched an episode of American Horror Story with Trinchy. Oh, yeah, yeah. I would love to do that. Do a watch along. That bee was freaky as hell. I once dated a girl who looked like Lunette from Big Comfy Couch. I don't know much about Big Comfy. I mean, I've heard of it, but I don't know what any of the characters look like on it. That's the word. Thalidomide. Can't say it. Thalidomide. Thalidomide. Got it. Yes, that's the drug that they gave to the pregnant women back in the day, and there's still a lawsuit going on about that today. I watched a documentary on YouTube about the children that were born with so many malformities. The most frequent one is no limbs, no arms, no legs, or sometimes they'll have their arms and no legs, or sometimes they'll have their legs and no arms, or sometimes they'll have none of them at all. It's really, really sad. The Banana Splits movie ruined my childhood. I didn't realize they were so demonic. I never saw that one. I have said before that I was scared of ET when I was a kid. I just knew he was going to eat Elliot, but he didn't. I was okay with it. I was expecting graphic violence, but it was tastefully done. Too kind. I'm not trying to be too kind. I'm just, when I shout out other channels, it's because there are billions of people in the world, and YouTube has something like 8 million like users per hour, something like that. So there is enough people to watch all of our content. So I don't feel like I don't feel like people should stray away from shouting out other creators, because there's enough to go around. There's enough content and there's enough people to watch that content to go around. I think you're thinking, Jervis, I think you're thinking of Slacks, and I am going to review Slacks. I'm going to do a double feature review. I kind of have it sort of planned for one of my sisters to review it with me because she works in fashion, and I just thought it would be really funny to review it with her. George Romero. Yes. Did you guys see his the it was a previously unreleased movie that Shudder played a couple weeks ago called Amusement. It was a short film, maybe about 40 minutes long. I like seeing his reaction to Corey's. He smiled at first, jump scares, which when I was like, oh, yes, he gets it. Yes, that's central. Slacks. Double toasted ripped Dolph. Yeah, they did. They kept on playing when he said let her go. It was like it was his level of acting was just above. If you've ever seen Dolomite, and that guy is like, I am Joe Blow, the lover man. It's almost on that level of bad. Yes, I thought you were in the UK, sexy monkey. I didn't want to be mistaken because my memory is so trash. But yeah, I want to hear your reaction to seeing Boys in the Hood, being that you're from the UK. I think that's cool. It would probably be like listening to an American talking about train spotting, which which I think we kind of got it. No, Rubber. I wanted to pair Rubber with another movie because I wanted to do Slacks with there is another horror movie called In Fabric. That's also it's about a killer dress. But Rubber, I need to find something to go along with Rubber. Rubber is, if you don't know about it, Rubber is about a killer tire. The tire, I think it has telekinetic abilities. Yes, Imprint. King Nigor's referring to the question I asked maybe a couple minutes ago about Masters of Horror and whether Takashi Miike did an episode, and it was called Imprint, but I think they linked it to a movie. And Dear Woman, all that one and Fair Hair Child. I don't even know whether I want to rewatch Fair Hair Child and Cigarette Burns. Those two, Fair Hair Child and Cigarette Burns, were so creepy to me when I first saw them. I have to watch it again and see if I'm still creeped out by it. Speaking of horror shows, of something that creeped me out. I might have said this before. Correct me if I did, but if you guys remember Tales from the Dark Side, there was an episode. I think it might have been called In the Closet, but it was about this young man. He might have been a college student. He was renting a room, and there was this little closet door in the room, and a creature kept coming out of it. That scared the hell out of me when I was a kid. Yeah, Sexy Monkey is King Nidgore's favorite reactor. Dear Woman, yes. Very, 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 very good. I agree. Oh, I love this mutual appreciation society going on in the comments. See, this is what I love to see. You guys in the comments, you're cool people. You're copacetic. You vibe together. I like that. This one. Well, you have to get back. Well, I would say you have to get back to it, but the way copyrights are, it's kind of hard to do reactions. Hashtag crinkle flackers. Crinkle flackers for hashtag crinkle flackers for life. Phantom of the Paradise is Brian. Oh, I didn't know that was Brian De Palma. I really like that. I believe it was Brian De Palma that did Carrie, and he also did The Fury. And he's so underrated. Yeah, I like Brian De Palma. King Nigor searching for Bigfoot. I got to see the Phantom. And also, I would love to have a replica of the mask from Phantom of the Paradise. I was looking for that online. I think there was like one person on Etsy that were making them, but they were like $300. Yes, Tony T also says Brian De Palma directed Phantom of the Paradise. Thank you. Challenge accepted. One of my vids I do have WA, but it is a metal cover. Very cool. What did you think? If you like metal, I saw not too long ago Doja Cat had done a metal. I wouldn't call it metal. I think it's rock, but I don't quite know if it qualifies as metal. But did you see Doja Cat's cover, or not cover, but her I guess, remix or rock version of Say So. And what did you think of it? I didn't like that they didn't show the band. They kept on spinning the camera and not showing the band, and that kind of pissed me off because I like to see the band. I like to see them play, especially since they did solos and they just kept spinning the camera instead of showing the soloist playing the guitar. And what that makes me think is maybe you had studio session artists playing the actual music, and then the people that you have on stage are not the actual people playing, because why would you hide their hands playing? It was a little, I don't know. I started watching Sweet Home on Netflix. I got through, I think I'm on episode 5 or 6. I have to finish watching it. I really like it a lot. And I like how one of the characters, you think they almost paint him out to be a villain at first, and you take him as a villain, and then you find out his backstory, and then he ends up saving people, and then like you completely change how you view him. I'll be your bodyguard when you become famous. Oh yeah, you you want that check? Yeah, I would hire you. Let's see. Somebody should do Freaks with the reggae song Freaks by French Montana and Nicki Minaj. That would be funny too. I think I still have that on my iPod somewhere. I still have an iPod. I mean, I listen to like Spotify and Pandora sometimes, but I still have my iPod because not everything is available on Pandora or Spotify. And just recently, I started buying physical media music again. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I got the cassette tape for Butter from BTS, and what's the other cassette tape I got? Dynamite, and I also got 45 of Butter, which is pretty cool that they're making 45s again. No, Corey, I said that because you said I was too much intent. Oh, intense instead of intense. I prefer Phantom of the Paradise. I do too. I prefer Phantom of the Paradise over Rocky Horror Picture Show. Rocky Horror Picture Show is funny, but it doesn't come across as having as much to say as Phantom of the Paradise. And I really love how and one element of Phantom of Paradise is showing this band and how it kept changing. And when it first comes out, they're kind of like maybe the Beatles in the early 60s, and then the same band, you see them again, they're a little bit like the Beach Boys. And then you see them again and they're more like let me think of someone that's early 70s, because I think Led Zeppelin would be too late. That's more late 70s. Pink Floyd, maybe something like that. But it's the same band just being reintroduced and rebranded over and over again. Jared Horn says Sasha's very humble. I hope so. Oh, it did that jump thing again. Sorry if I'm like 5 minutes behind the comments. I'll get better at this as I stream more. Let's see. If you like unconventional horror musicals, check out The Devil's Carnival and its sequel, Devil's Carnival, Alleluia. Very good horror, dark comedy musicals that have a unique feel. Thank you. Can you, when you guys make suggestions, oh no, that's too much to ask because by the time I finish the broadcast, never mind, I'll just go back and find them. I was going to say to put it in the comment section instead of the chat because it's hard for me to go back and find in the chat, but that's not bad because this stream is not that long. Let's see here. Or what I should do, hold on. I'll just take a screenshot. Here we go. That way I don't have to try to go back in the chat to find these. Capture, there we go. Got it. All right. Or the one that they sampled it from some gal. Yes. That song came out, I want to say early 90s. I want to say it's, oh, I almost know the reggae artist's name. Little Vicious. I think it's Little Vicious that did Gallifreak. I both like and dislike WAP, the song and video. I mean, I dislike it for Cardi B. Can't stand her. She's too much. But actually, however, I approve of Megan Thee Stallion. Cardi B just reminds me of some of the girls I went to high school with. There's just a very specific type of Latina that's from the city, and it's endearing to me because I've known people like that. They're definitely the best friends to have because they will always have your back. They're not fake people. But I could see musically where like I never really listened to her music like that. I just see when she comes out a video, I'll watch the video, see what's going on, but I never there's no Cardi on my playlist because I can't even think of her bars. It's like I listen to the song and then I completely forget what she just said, except for the hook sometimes. Bro, when I blow up, I'm going to shout out hella channels. We're going to destroy the YouTube algorithm like 200 people getting 100,000 subs in 3 hours. That would be awesome. Oh, totally a save a lot. That's a callback to Tony Man, that bacon you got from Publix. Like that is unacceptable. But Save a Lot, their food can be iffy as far as the freshness. I have not reviewed It's Alive. You're talking about the Killer Baby movies. But I will. I would like to do that whole series because I enjoy those. The Banana Split movies is my most watched video. Wow, 600,000. Wow, that's a lot of views. Now I gotta go and make it 600,001. I haven't seen it. Yeah, we're all in this together, and there's enough to go around. If you like videos like that, you should watch old Sierra videos. That girl was sexy without the ass implants, and her and Keisha Cole. Yes, I think Sierra is like that's Janet Jackson's daughter. Like she didn't give birth to her, but that's her daughter. I like how hard Sierra works. She really tries. I'm gonna pull a Death Center review banana splits. Gonna do that. Clown, clown, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and Wrong Turn 4. I have reviewed Clown and Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I think you're talking about the clown movie where the guy got the suit and he couldn't get it off and he starts killing all the children. That was really cool. And Killer Clowns is a classic. I remember watching that. That's like what I call a video store classic. One of those movies that you just see the cover art in the video store and you rent it. You never even seen the trailer for it, and it just turns out being great. The Wrong Turn movies, I think I only saw the first two. So I need to revisit that series because I want to watch the new Wrong Turn movie as well. Yeah, Amusement was very creepy and sad because the social commentary about how the elderly are treated in America. It was really, really, especially for me because I'm not too far away from being elderly. I'm closer to being elderly than I am to being a teenager. So that like was really, really sad. Yes, Killer Clowns. Someone needs to review Gutter Balls and the Hatchet series. I didn't review Gutter Balls. I thought I reviewed Gutter Balls. Well, I definitely have to do that. And Hatchet. Oh, when I review the Hatchet series, I'm going to show you my signed copy of Hatchet because I got to see Hatchet 2 while sitting next to Kane Hodder. I'll tell that story. I got a picture from there and a signed DVD and a T-shirt. It was cool. Kane Hodder is a very cool person. Yes, Killer Clowns. UK drill rap is damn good. I'm not sure what the difference between the UK drill rap is as opposed to I think it's called is it called not boom bat, it's drum and bass. I heard some drum and bass that I liked, and I don't know the difference yet, but I do like the drum and bass. Willy's Wonderland also brings a lot of views. Yeah, that's the one that is with Nicolas Cage in like a Chuck E. Cheese type I think that's the one with Nicolas Cage in the Chuck E. Cheese type restaurant. Yeah, the Hatchet franchise I really, really like. I thought Rubber was a killer condom. Now that's what I could put with Rubber. Killer condom, because I was trying to think of what movie would go well with Rubber. Yeah. Jennifer was creepy in the Masters of Horror series. I would put those together. Dear Woman and Jennifer, they go together. That's House. I don't know which one you're referring to. You're referring to the Japanese Houseu, or you're referring to House like the one with oh god, the guy that played the Greatest American Hero and George Wendt from Cheers. They were in a horror movie called House, but there's also a Japanese horror movie called House. Pretzel Gym freaked me out. Not just as, Pretzel Gym is from, oh, what is that series? It's on Shutter. I think it comes from creepypastas. It's a series on Shutter that comes from creepypastas. The first one was like about this tooth creature. It looked crazy. And then another one is something about stairs in the forest. And then the third one was the secret door, about this Pretzel Gym character that came out of this girl's basement door that she had imagined him up as a child. Really, I think the underlying story is that it's about tulpa creation. What was the name of that? If you guys know the name of that series, I can't remember it. The face gore, but the body was banging. I don't know what that's referring to. January April's gonna be crazy. Love that episode with Fritz Weaver from Creep Show. I love it. Yay, Killer Comes Around to Say, such a fun film. They reused some of the clowns in Ernest Scared Stupid. Oh, I didn't know that. And I haven't seen Ernest Scared Stupid since it first came out when I was a kid. I need to rewatch that as an adult. I still get teased for liking Ernest movies. Tales from the Dark Side is it is an anthology movie, but there was an anthology series that came before the movie. And on the series, there was an episode that I was talking about with the little creature that came out of the closet. But the movie was pretty good too. I'm in the UK, and yes, it's true, but it's also true that I won a beatbox competition age 14. Did beatbox to a rap I did with a friend, and we won a radio competition. Wow, that's really cool. Closet doors always open for no reason, even when windows are closed. Oh, in horror movies, always. The mask and Phantom badass to the core. Oh, yes, it is. That silver mask and the teeth. Oh my God, that would be an amazing cosplay. If I could get the silver teeth and the mask for Phantom of the Paradise, if I could do that cosplay, I'm going to do that cosplay. Even if I can probably make the mask if I work hard enough. I'm sure I can make the mask. Since people love Animaniacs mascot killer, my subs keep talking about the upcoming Five Nights at Freddy. That seems like it's been delayed for a long, long time. I love Tales from the Dark Side. One of my favorites one was the old lady that had the magic spring and adopted a young runaway, but they have a dark secret involving the spring. But my memory is not that good. I don't remember that one. I wonder what it is. That would be good if I could find where they're playing Tales from the Dark Side. It would be good to review those. Yes, I said my birthday's coming up in September because I was saying that the James Wan movie comes out 2 days before my birthday. Carlito's Way is another highly underrated Brian De Palma film. I actually saw parts of that because I worked at a movie theater when Carlito's Way came out. UFO Mammoth, cool band. Definitely. What type of music is that? No, I'm not really into brutal stuff, so I probably didn't hear that one. Saw the Doja Cat cover. Probably the only one here that did. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it, especially. Oh, I should have mentioned how she crawled out of the TV like Sadako or Samara. I thought that was pretty cool. There was a TV series called Monsters. Yes, I remember that. The little girl monster would have the little bowl. She would say, "Oh, good, crispy critters." And they had an episode with Tempest Bledsoe that creeped me out. And if you don't know who Tempest Bledsoe is, she played Vanessa on The Cosby Show. She also had a talk show for a short time. I think Carlito's Way is way better than Scarface. There, I said it. Scarface is unintentionally hilarious to me. Like, especially when he's trying to dance. I don't know why. It's not meant to be funny, but it is funny to me. Okay. Um, Have you seen Life Force that was directed by Toby Hooper? Yes, it's from the book. I think the book is called The Space Vampires. And I saw Life Force first on VHS when I was a kid, and I've since rewatched it. I believe it's on Tubi right now. And I definitely have to rewatch that and give you guys a review because that is definitely a film I like to revisit. Yes, Naked Space Vampires. I believe the lead actress was actually a ballerina, and they hired her because she can move a certain way. Especially since she had, I don't think she had any dialogue in the movie, if I'm not mistaken. Still gonna watch the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yeah, the Rocky Horror Picture Show is a lot of fun. We used to have, well, all over the U.S. I shouldn't say all over, but a lot of places in the U.S. They used to have these screenings of the Rocky Horror Picture Show where people were participating in a movie. Like when they would say, let's make a toast, people would throw bread. When they were coming from the wedding, people would throw rice. When it was raining, people would have squirt guns and they would shoot up in the air in the movie theater. And other people would take out their umbrellas. Like I feel bad for the crew that had to clean up after that, but it was one of the only films I've seen that had an audience participation element. Who sells who sells cassette tape players or Walkmans? Amazon. And they have the nerve to still be over $200. And some of them, like I have, well, I used to have in my background a boombox that I bought around 2014. I think I bought it. No, it was earlier than that. It was 2011. I bought it, and it still took like 9D batteries. Like what? All this technology, and it still takes 9D batteries. It's ridiculous. That's between y'all and Miss Carlito's way. Or smoking an acid cigar and laying in the cut. I hope you have a window open because if cigar smoke can make all your clothes smell like cigars. I never had a car. Okay. So he doesn't have a card to lose. Don't worry, I feel you. I'm always late on comments when I rarely stream. Yeah, some people are super, super quick on this, and I'm what I should be doing is my computer has a touch screen and I'm still using a keypad, so maybe I should use the touch screen. Yes, Little Vicious. That's who's saying Girl a Freak. Which makes it kind of odd because I think Little Vicious was a kid. I think they were only like 13 years old, 12 or 13 years old, which makes the song even kind of odder because you're a baby. What are you talking about, freaks? Soulless, yeah, okay. Okay, thanks. Oh, acid cigar. Well, I'll let him explain it because I'm not a cigar aficionado, but I know a little bit. One of my friends in college, her dad owned a cigar company. So I learned a lot about cigars just by hanging around with her. And we actually, in college, we used to go and sit at the cigar bar and try to listen to conversations of like people that had more money than us to see if we could learn some things. It didn't work. I still don't know anything. Yeah, it's a cigar made by a company called Acid. I got it from a cigar bar. It's great. Oh, that's the other thing about being at a cigar bar. They had shots there that were like $5,000 for one shot of liquor. Crazy. Hey, Cardi B's song "Up" has some bars on it. Her winning album of the year though for Bodak Yellow or whatever is BS. Yeah, it was. I feel like that award was bought and paid for. My subs are kill count niche, so sadly, even though I shout out friends, they don't care. That's all right. Never heard of one, so I'm thinking about it in a Grateful Dead level. Let's see. This is both blessed and cursed. I have not reviewed Hostel 3. I did see it though. I think it took place, that's when it took place in Vegas. I would probably do review the first two first before I do Hostel 3. Oh, there is a movie. If you like Hostel, there is a movie that I did recently review. It's on I don't know if you guys know that I'm also on Mile Fuzz Movies, which is the sister channel to Mile Fuzz TV. And Peter and I just reviewed a Russian film called Sleepless Beauty, which is, I wouldn't say it's similar to Hostel. It has elements that remind you of Hostel and has elements that remind you of Saw, but it's its own thing. But that review should be posted shortly on the Mile Fuzz Movies channel. And again, it's called Sleepless Beauty, and it's actually on Tubi, and it's dubbed, but it also has subtitles as well. I never said acid. I smoked the sticky icky. Oh, okay. My mind state has always been that age is nothing but a number. That's a good mind state to have. That's why I don't shut out people anymore, since they might think people don't come because their stuff isn't good, which isn't the case, but they just follow me because they want to see blood. Oh, okay. Well, the Horror Geek reviewed Gutter Balls. Very cool. The late great King Von had some dope ass drill rap. Yeah, King Von, that's the one that always said that he lived on, was it I live on I'm not from 63rd, or I'm not from 64th. I forget which one he said, but he had like a three-part um rap video that, yeah, it told a story in three parts. And he would always say that he's not from 63rd, or was it might have been 64th. I don't remember, but he was really good. It's a shame that he passed so young. Corey Hatchet is still great fun. Yeah, especially the kills. I like the kills in Hatchet. I think that's probably why I didn't like part two of that Fear Street so much. The kills were underwhelming for me. Drum and bass is so 90s. Check out AK 1200. Condoms are already killers, if you know what I mean. Well, yeah, I guess the sperm does eventually die in them. I never thought of it that way. You have to figure out how to put the chat in slow mode. Yeah, how do I do that? I I gotta practice. You know what? I'll watch some more tutorials on how to use this, and I'll get better at it. So next time it'll be a better experience for everyone. William Cat in house and Diesel Boy. These are all I'm guessing maybe UK artists. Did you hear Lupe smoke Royce the 5'9" today? That I didn't know. King Von arguably one of the best to do it. Shame how he went out. Yeah. You know he's good when an old lady like me knows about him. Channel Zero, thank you. That was the name of the series that had Pretzel. It was Pretzel Jack, not Pretzel Jim. I think it was Pretzel Jack. That uh actor. Oh, I can't remember his name, but he's been in a lot of things. I talked about him in one of my videos. He is like oh, why am I blanking on their names? There's a Spanish actor who's very very thin because he has a certain syndrome. I forget the name of it, but he played Mama. He played um what is it? Oh gosh, what's the name of that character? It was in The Conjuring 2. It was a tall, slender man that they should have had him play Slender Man, but they never had him play Slender Man. Makes the most sense. But he plays a lot of these horror characters. Like if you see, oh, he played La Nina Mediera in Wreck that came down from the ceiling. Like if you see a tall, skinny creature, it's usually him. And the young man that plays Pretzel Jack, he's doing the same thing. Whenever you see a creature that is contorting and twisting, he was just recently in Anything for Jack, and that's him. These two guys, that's your new like Robert Englund and Kane Hodder. I like them. No, Lupe smoked Royce. I have to find that story. Let's see. Yeah, I mean the American one with like three sequels. When you talked about A Monster in a Closet, we gotta let you catch up in the chat. Yeah. Um, yeah, they made diss tracks toward each other. Yeah, I haven't been on Twitter all day. I missed so much. Jennifer from Masters of Horror. Yeah, that was a good one. Oh, I didn't get that you were talking about the series. That's probably about the Tales from the Tales from the Dark Side. Started to say Tales from the Crypt. The Ernest movies are fun, though I haven't seen them all, but from the ones yeah, I enjoyed too, but I've never watched them as an adult. So I don't know whether I would still like them or not, but as a kid, I was all about those movies. There's certain movies you watch as a kid that you're like, oh, this is awesome. Then you watch it as an adult and you're like, why did I like this? Yes, Lupe, don't sleep on Lupe. It's going down. Oh, I am Wakey Bakey Britty. I like all the Ernest movies. Yeah, I saw the episode as a kid, but don't remember much about it. But I would like to find that show. Yeah, I it needs to be on streaming. That needs to be on streaming. King Nigor, I know you know. Yeah. UFO Mammoth is a cross of black metal with a splash of dark space. All right, I know what black metal is, but I don't know what dark space is. I'm learning a lot about music today. The only song I know from Lupe was Superstar. I thought 5'9" was a lyrical beast. Now I have to listen to both. Definitely do. Yeah, you guys need to have a hip hop podcast because this is a conversation. Rock Hard Picture Show is one of my favorites. You know what I should do now that I think about it? They're so no. I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna let it be a surprise. Yeah, Rocky Horror is a good live show, especially when the audience participates. I got in trouble watching Rocky Horror as a kid. The only thing I got in trouble for watching was Black Devil Doll from Hell because I told the story when I reviewed it. But for those who didn't see that review, I rented it thinking that it would be like Child's Play. And if you're familiar with Black Devil Doll from Hell, it's not like Child's Play. And when the doll, we'll say, assaults the woman in a certain way, my mother turned it off and she was like, no, from now on, you have to show me everything that you're going to rent before you rent it. One of these days, I would like to go to a live show. That would be fun. $5,000 for a look shot. This was in downtown Orlando. There's a cigar bar in downtown Orlando that actually sells shots for $5,000 to, I guess, super duper rich people, because and I can't afford that. But that day I found out that was a thing that existed. That's crazy. Have you seen The Midnight Hour, TV horror film from 1985? Another good TV horror film is Bad Ronald from 1974. No, but I'm going to screen capture this so I can try to find it. Why is that not working? There it goes. Capture. My name is, oh yeah. For people that don't know in the comments, like if you see someone writing to Sasha with a C, then that is at Sexy Monkey, whereas my name is SHA. Was it 63rd? See, I think I said 43rd. I knew it was some street that he said he wasn't from. From 64th, not from 65th. We're not from 63rd. Stretch Gang put in work. Yeah. He was spitting some demonic shit, though. The Corona cigar bar had bottles locked in a case. Yeah, 5Gs. There were 10G shots too there. I only know I must have like stopped looking after the 5Gs. Because it was in Orlando and the Magic players used to go, oh, yeah, that makes sense. The Orlando Magic players would have the money to do something like that. The Crooked Man. Yes, that's who I was talking about. The same actor who played in The Secret Door playing Pretzel Jack also played the Crooked Man. No, did not play the Crooked Man. I'm sorry. That was the actor that played La Nina Mediero in Wreck and Mama also played the Crooked Man. Sorry. That's Troy James. Yes. That's what I was talking about. Troy James is the actor that played Pretzel Jack and was also in Anything for Jackson. There's a couple new movies he's about to be in, also always playing creatures. Javier Botet. Javier Botet is the long, tall, skinny one, and Troy James is the bendy, twisty one. I think his nickname is actually Twisty. I can spend $500 for a bottle, but $5,000 a shot. I can never get drunk. Yeah, yeah, that wouldn't even. He also did the Wendigo on Fear Itself, but prepare to be freaked out. Who are you referring to? Are you referring to Troy James? And Fear Itself, is that a TV show or is that a movie? I should know this about this, but that one I'm drawing a blank on. You think you're old? I don't even really want to know what Twitter is, but that's a choice. As far as I'm concerned, only birds tweet. Oh no, I tweet all the time. There's a really You're missing out because there's a really good horror community on Twitter. One of the things that we do, when the last drive-in with Joe Bob Briggs is on, we live tweet the movies. So people will get on Twitter usually around 8:45, 8:50, and pretty much like tweet about what they have lined up, what they're going to eat, what they're going to drink. And then when Joe Bob comes on Shutter, he'll introduce the movie, and in whatever movie it is, we live tweet through it. It's kind of like making it our own Mystery Science Theater 3000 type experience. We might tweet about, if it's an older movie, where we first saw it, or we might tweet responses to the younger people who, if it's their first time seeing it, their reaction. We'll watch their reaction tweets and then tweet back at them. And one of the most fun ones to watch together was Society, which is Brian Usna's Society. And to watch people that are Gen Z or early or younger millennial watch Society for the first time, not knowing what to expect, and seeing their reactions to that ending is really fun to see in the live tweet on Twitter. You need a Yes, I do need a Black Devil doll for my collection, but I haven't found one yet. I need that one, and I need the African Zuni warrior from Trilogy of Terror. Oh, you have to find Black Devil Doll from Hell. It is gloriously bad. It's shot on VHS. It is super low budget. It's great. I reviewed that with a double feature from the same director that he did that, and then I don't know whether Tales from the Quaded Zone was his first movie or his second movie after Black Devil Doll from Hell. But he is like a black Tommy Wiseau. Does Gore still have live band shows? There Are they still playing? That I don't know. I do remember Gore, and I do know that if anyone watches Zero Vision, there was a group. I'm not sure what country they were from. I feel like they might have been from a Nordic country like Sweden or Finland, but they were similar to Gwar, and they used to be on Eurovision, which is a song contest that happens every year, and they have this like it's like an event where people get together to watch it on television, and usually have like some food and drinks, and you get to see these bands represent their country, and there's a lot of really great music coming out of there. I don't know. Does anyone in the chat watch Eurovision? I love the Midnight Hour. Tony T, one of my friends showed it to me, and it's great. Doug Jones, yeah, that's another horror actor that's really great. Doug Jones, he played on Hellboy, and then he was also in oh gosh, the name of the movie. I reviewed this movie and I cannot remember it. The name of it, where you think that it is about a woman who's falling in love with a merman, but if I tell you what it's really about, that spoils it. Oh gosh, what was the name of that movie? The Color of Water? Was it called The Color of Water? I think that's what it was. But Doug Jones also really really good. I don't know what you would call these actors, special effects actors, because they're always in makeup. The Midnight Hour is a great TV movie. Wait, The Midnight Hour. I just remembered what you guys are talking about. Is that the one with Sherry Belafonte, and she sings in the Midnight Hour, "Let's Get Dead." She sings the song "Let's Get Dead," and LeVar Burton is in it also. If that's the same Midnight Hour that you guys are talking about, let me know. Dick Jones. I work for Dick Jones. He works for OCP. That's one of my favorite movies. Okay, RoboCop. I really want to put at the end of my videos Clarence Boddicker saying "bitches leave." I might start doing it. I might start ending my videos with Clarence Boddicker saying "bitches leave." $5,000 and $10,000 a shot, and here I thought $28 for a 30 record chorus. Light was pricey. That still is pricey for a 30 rec, I think. I don't know. I don't know. I don't usually buy more than a 12 pack. So yeah, I don't usually spend more than 20. And then what's crazy, if I buy a 12 pack, that lasts me for like 3 months because I'm not a drinker like that. That's pretty bad. Hey, Kubrick Lover 1972. Fear Itself was a sequel series to Masters of Horror on NBC. Oh, all right. I'm screenshotting that because I have to find that. Okay. I watch Joe Bob, but usually after the fact because if it's a Friday and I have to go to the bathroom, I'll miss something. So I catch it later and stop and start when I want to. That's cool. You can still whenever you watch it, you can put in to the search bar on Twitter hashtag Last Drive-In, and you'll see all the tweets. Yeah, I love bad movies too. Especially with horror, because even if something is bad, it's really not that bad. It's still entertaining. You need an absinthe collection. I have heard of absinthe, but I've never tasted it before. I've never drank it before. I have heard some stories of what people do when they drink absinthe. So I don't know. I do tell you, I will not mess with Jamaican rum because it makes me so sick to my stomach. There's something about rum that I can drink it, but my body rejects it. So I will be the person throwing up because my body just rejects rum. It's like, no, I don't like this. It's coming back out. I like the fact that Joe Bob can make a good or bad movie fascinating by what he has to say about them. I like his regular observations on life and his humor. I agree. And I've been watching him for, gosh, it's got to be 30 years. Because I first found him on Monster Vision, and I was in middle school then. And I was pleasantly surprised because, coming from the Northeast, there is a negative stereotype associated with people that wear cowboy hats. And you think that they're going to be an ignorant redneck. And he was the total opposite of that. He's so knowledgeable. Shouldn't you, if you love them, then by default, doesn't that mean they are not bad to you? This is true. She really doesn't need any hallucinations from drinking. No suggestions like that. Oh, so people hallucinate from drinking? The Shape of Water. I said The Color of Water. It was The Shape of Water. You're right, Jervis. Yes, and Kwasi Kwandaa also. Thank you for correcting me. Yes, it was called The Shape of Water. That was Doug Jones in that suit. It depends on the movie, I guess. Yep, that's it. I love that Dead song. Can You Fly, Bobby? That sounds familiar. Oh, wait, that's also from RoboCop, correct? There's also a Dwarf Frankenstein that's awesome. There's a movie. I think I know what movie you're talking about. It wasn't just a Frankenstein. I think there was also a Dracula in that movie. I feel like it's a Full Moon Video movie where this person tried to do clones and they had all these like little people, Frankenstein and the Mummy. I can't remember the name of the movie, but I remember the trailer being. I feel like the trailer was on the front of one of the Subspecies movies. If you ever seen the Subspecies series, it's a guilty pleasure because they're not good, but I enjoy them anyways. I don't know if you guys remember Subspecies. You burn the fucking money. Cops don't like me, so I don't like cops. I like when he had the big gun and was it a rocket launcher? And he was like, I like it. I swear it's the best. That's the best like villain is Clarence Boddicker. He really is. Oh no, you're gonna start Brian up with the RoboCop quotes. I'm calling it. You a good cop? Hot shot. Why don't somebody say, does it hurt? Does it hurt? When he got his hand blown off, that was really cold. Oh, by the way, RoboCop is on Tubi too right now. Tubi is like winning this summer. I feel happy for the kids whose parents are like, I swear, if I was young, my dad would be that dad. You don't need Netflix, you got Tubi. The kids that have that dad, they're so lucky that Tubi is hooking them up. The eater on fear itself, you'll never want to go to jail ever. Oh, I already never want to go to jail. Just give me my fucking phone call. He's a cop killer. No bad horror, just boring fans. I think there are bad horrors, but they're usually late 2010s. And they're made by people who had more money than love for the genre of horror. Because I keep coming across these movies on Amazon Prime they all came out like 2015 to 2019. And it's like this person just had money for a camera and a location, but they really don't understand how horror movies work. And they produce these horrible, horrible movies. Sayonara RoboCop. Hey, Corey. Bad movies are often the best. Time to roll a fat one. Hey, have you seen Dude Bro? Yes, I have seen Dude Bro Party Master 3. Oddly enough, I have. And there is, for those that know, there is no Dude Bro Party Massacre 1 or 2. There's only a Dude Bro Party Massacre 3. I love Ray and Nephew. I drink it 4 times a week. What is Ray and Nephew? Is that a type of rum? That thing is a killer. Bruh, do you remember that stream I did back in the day where a guy came on a panel and drank a bunch of absinthe? Is it still up? Because I want to see that. I just heard of Joe Bob on Shudder. He's in Casino in the scene where the 3... I didn't know that. I did not know that. That's cool. The guy with the gas masks, when they bring back Rhonda Shear's Childhood Restored, there is a new... Well, Rhonda Shear, to anyone who doesn't know, she's from USA Up All Night. And I believe she used to co-host with Gilbert Gottfried. And they would play anything from like Toxic Avenger to like a Revenge of the Nerds movie. Well, actually, I saw the Porky's movies. I think that's the first time I saw the Porky's movies was on USA Up All Night. And then I saw them unedited when I was... I saw the Porky's movies edited when I was in middle school. Then when I was in high school, I saw them unedited at my friend's house who had HBO. And we saw a lot. I did remember absinthe is like liquid, but weed doesn't... Well, everyone's different. I should preface that. I've never hallucinated smoking weed. But someone alluded in the comments that absinthe makes you hallucinate. So I would say it's stronger than weed. But then maybe some people do hallucinate when they smoke weed. Everyone's different. That was some legendary. Thank you for Tony T. Thank you for bringing up Freddy's Nightmares. Oh, they need to put that back streaming too. I want to see those. The Freddy's Nightmares is a great anthology TV show, and Toby Hooper directed the first episode about Freddy's origin. Yeah, they need to bring that back. There's clips of Freddy's Nightmares on YouTube, but I don't think there's whole episodes. I saw Joe Bob twice at the Alamo Drafthouse, and he showed, I think it was his favorite movie, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And I'm sure you learned a lot because Joe Bob is a fountain of information about movies. Drink it. That guy was loaded on liquor plus absinthe. He had the sugar cube and everything. Yeah, that's at the tail end of my videos that I'd buy that for $1. I want that on a t-shirt. I don't know why I don't have that t-shirt yet. I should make that t-shirt because that guy, he actually, I think he is from, I read one time he's either from an Eastern European TV show or a Russian TV show. Something. I can't remember. He's from a TV show though. Oh, I was referring to The Midnight Hour. You're referring to Creeps. One of my... Oh, The Midnight Hour. You're talking about The Midnight Hour also had the miniature Frankenstein. And the Creeps. Yeah, the Creeps. That's the one. That's the full moon video one with the miniature Frankenstein. We killed you. Murphy, it's you. Yeah, I think Tubi does arguably have a better catalog than Netflix. I'm sure it's just a glitch. You call that a glitch? I don't want to go to jail either because of what Cooper Clover said to me. Inside Joe. Okay. Dick, you're fired. Way better Netflix. Yeah. Sweet. That movie's hilarious. Yes, I love it. Oh, I just put it away. I had RoboCop sitting there for a while. Um, I ordered absinthe from overseas. Ray and nephew is Jamaican rum. Oh yeah. Like I said, I don't mess with Jamaican rum. It doesn't it always makes me vomit. Always. Does somebody want to call goddamn paramedic? That shit was funny because he was shot so many times. Like there's like no reason to call paramedic. He was dead. We call absinthe that reanimator. Well, they're both green. I love this stream. I got to go work and stuff. Yeah, I got to get off here soon too because I'm hungry. But I'll read some more comments. Point your gun in a threatening manner, not at me, at the Ed 209. Do you know there was somebody that had a car alarm that used to say, this was in New Haven, Connecticut. Their car alarm used to say, it used to say, back the fuck up. You have 5 seconds to comply. It was the coolest car alarm. And in East Hartford, Connecticut, there was a person that had a Knight Rider car. Like, I think it was just a IROC Z, but he had the front altered that had that red light to go back and forth like this. It was kind of cool. Another great movie. Yes, Street Trash. I have that on VH. I have a DVD. I have the DVD of Street Trash. It's really, really good. Well, to me, it's good. Corey, you would love Street Trash. You need to watch that. Yeah, 20 seconds to drop your weapon. He did. Go up the stream, Tony Man and Corey. Oh, he put it again. There it is. So, okay. Once when I was high, I looked into the next room to see if I was there. Didn't know I am me. I think they call that an out of body experience. No, the most that I've ever done is smoked a little too much. And driving home, I was sitting at a stop sign waiting for it to change green, which was never going to happen. Solar Street Trash is a drunk's classic. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's another thing I should have for my corner. Some of that Viper in a bottle. Oh, I got to find somebody, or I got to make that label. Print out a label of that Viper liquor that was in Street Trash. That would be cool to have. You're about to have that t-shirt, but show enough was opted instead. This is true. By the way, Tony Man does custom t-shirts. He did I can show you. Let me see if I can reach it. A shirt that he made. So I don't know if you can see it closely. It is got Japanese lettering on it, and up close it is the anime characters of the teens from Return of the Living Dead. I thought it was pretty cool. Never hallucinated on pot or alcohol. Some people have easy trip. I'm jealous. Excuse my English. I speak French. Oh, well, your English is very good. It's better than my French. I can just say comment ça va. I can't remember a whole lot of my French, but I can respond in French. I can respond to a French person in English, which is interesting. Like I can remember enough of it to listen, but when it comes to trying to respond, I will typically respond in English. I love The Creeps by Full Moon, one of my favorite horror films of all time. I love Street Trash. Yes, Body Melt. That's a good one. Freaked, though, I have to rewatch Freaked. I haven't seen it since the 90s. Like I saw it when it first came out and I haven't seen it since. E&J is Viper. It will burn your stomach. I've heard that I heard E&J is bad, and I heard Mad Dog 2020 is bad. I don't see his No, he put it twice. If you scroll up Tony Man, he put his email up there twice. Yeah. Scroll up right underneath your comment where it says, at King, send me your info. He put his email there. I don't see his. Oh, you also mix. Yeah, I did. I made a mistake one time and I mixed liquors. I did not know that like, I didn't know that if you start the night drinking one thing, you shouldn't mix others with it. I didn't know about that. I just was trying different drinks and they didn't mix well in my stomach. Soul Stranger says, yes, Jervis loves street trash. Help me, get away from me, man. Yeah, that one is great. When dude is all melting and he's like, help me. And the other just like, get away from me, man. And then when he goes out into the road and the car hits him and he just pretty much disintegrates on the hood. That's great stuff. That's from Robocop too. Say Frosty. Once called him Boner, but I always knew where I stood and you just crossed the line. I don't know what's going on with that, but pointed at Ed 209. Get the quotes right. Sorry, putting Robocop. Okay, so I'm back to where I was. Okay. Oh, I forgot about Hypnotic. That's going back. Hypnotic, that's a old school to us, not old school to like, I think to Gen X, Hypnotic is old school to me. I have seen Brain Damage. I like that one. Brain Damage, is that's Frank Henenlotter. Frank Henenlotter also did Frankenhooker, which is one of my favorite Henenlotter movies. But I think my favorite that he did is Basket Case. But Brain Damage is pretty good too. Ian J called Easy Jesus or Irkin Jerk. Oh, yeah, I hadn't heard that before. All right, I'm about to get out of here. RoboCop might still, to this day, be the most violent film ever seen. I don't think it's the most violent, but it's definitely fun as hell. I think, to me, let me think. Because Invasion USA is pretty violent too. Like they shot a rocket launcher into a family home on Christmas. You got to go back and watch. There's a lot of violence happening in those early 80s movies, like the Death Wish movies. Like there's a lot. RoboCop was just a little bit later, but if you go to those early 80s, late 70s, they're pretty much violent. Oh, I know what sets RoboCop apart. You see more of the bodily carnage because of the practical effects. That's what makes it feel more violent. The same things are happening, except for no one gets shot with a no. Someone does get hit with a rocket launcher. Yeah, yeah. That was a staple of 80s action movies. Is someone getting hit with a rocket launcher? They did it in Death Wish. They did it in Invasion USA. I feel like there's another one I'm missing that they hit someone with a rocket launcher. But yeah, the RoboCop used a rocket launcher too. But generally, you didn't see the carnage or the aftermath of that, or even being shot with a machine gun. Whereas in RoboCop, when Ed 209 shoots that guy, you see all the carnage. When Murphy first gets shot, you see all the carnage to his body. So I think that's what sets RoboCop apart. Yeah, Brain Damage is awesome. It's an allegory for drug use, I think. Yes, Basket Case. What is this? Basket Case 2. Basket was it Basket Case 2 or Basket Case 3 where he got a girlfriend that was equally messed up. That was messed up. I honestly don't see it. I don't know why. Could you sing? Yeah, I can text you King's info. Because I don't know why you're not seeing it. I'll wrap it up here. I would just say thank you guys for coming through. This was a good conversation. It was a lot of fun. Is this something you want me to do weekly? Because I could do that. Oh, thank you for the compliment about the show. Great show. Stay frosty. Very nun chatting with you. Donda listening partner, you might be getting streamed. Yeah, but how are you going to do that without getting dinged? How are you going to do a listening party without getting kicked off the platform? I don't mind people asking me questions about liquor. I'm grown. Yeah, what day would be the best day to do these for you guys before I go? It seems like Thursday seems good because a lot of people came through today. So I'm thinking Thursday looks like a good day. All right, just be careful. I don't want to see your channel go anywhere though, King. Do you make sure you have a backup channel? Like make a channel called Need Kingor or something. Make sure you have a backup channel in case anything happens. Thank you, Quasi. Oh, you know what? We're gonna have a drinking story show. I'm down to continue Thursday. Yeah, I like Thursdays. I'm gonna come back next Thursday then. All right, and that's it. I'm gonna say good night. And Tony man, I'm gonna text you King Need Gourd's info since you're not seeing his posts. But that's it. Thank you guys for coming through. Yeah, we did a whole hour and 36 minutes. That's pretty good. Well, after we got kicked off for trying to watch Dune. But thank you all for coming through. I'll see you next week. Bye.